welcome. Hello. So, so we're still quarantined, and since a lot of you guys has been asking me a lot of questions on how I got here in Canada, I decided to sum it all up in one video. So here it is. So to organize my thoughts, I'm gonna divide this video into 4 parts. Who did the processing? What are the documents? How much did it cost me? And how long did it took me? So first question is, who did the processing? So you have 2 options. You can either do it yourself or you can hire an agency to do it for you. So in my case, it's my first time doing it, and so we decided to go with the Global Visa Support to help us through the process. Global Visa Support will give you options on what province, what school, and what course, and how long that course would be. Because your postgrad work permit will depend on it. So if you took a 1-year course, you will get a 1-year work permit. And if you took a 2-year course, you will get a 3 years work permit. So in my case, I only took the 1-year course. But then when I came here, I decided to study again for a year so that I can have a 3-year postgrad work permit. So I just extended my student visa.
So, for my application, I studied event management, which is a postgrad diploma at Centennial College, Ontario, Canada.
So what are the documents? You will collect 2 sets of documents. The first one is for the school's admission, and the next one is for the visa application. And it should be all originals plus 1 photocopy of each document. So the first one is your college and high school diploma and TOR. So the next one is you need to have 2 reference letters with contact number and the email address of the signatories. I got my reference letter from my dean, which is Ambassador Rosario Manalo, and from my student council advisor, Sir Jones. So the next one is your CV and your personal statement with a minimum of 400 words. So you will state there why you want to study in Canada, why that course, why that school, why that province, where will you be staying, who will support you, and what are your future plans. Next one is your passport copies and the completely filled out application form, which you can get from the school. Next one is your certificate of employment if you have one. I recently just graduated that time, but then I passed my certificate of employment on the visa application, which you will know why later. And last but not the least is your IELTS result. So please take note that before you take your IELTS exam, just make sure that you completed all the admission documents, because IELTS has an expiry of only 2 years and you wouldn't want to waste the 10,000 pesos exam. So moving on to the visa application, you still need all the admission documents, so we will just add some to that. So the first document to be added is your visa application form. It depends on the country and the program that you will take. The next one is your LOA, or your letter of acceptance. So once you pass all the admission documents to the school, they will give you an offer letter, and once you pay the 2,300 CAD deposit fee, they will issue another letter, which is this LOA, which then you will need for your visa application. Next one is your PRC certificate or license. So I only passed my civil service certificate that time. So next one is your birth certificate and your marriage certificate if applicable. Also, they will need your dependent's birth certificate, your husband, your children if they will come along with you. The next one is your NBI clearance, and it should be dated less than 3 months on the date of the application, and your police clearance if you work abroad. Next is 2 pieces of passport and 2x2 photo. It should be white background and with color. The next one is the bank documents of your own and your sponsor. So for your own bank documents, you will need your bank certificate, which should dated less than 10 days prior to the visa application, your bank statements with the amount of $10,000 plus the remaining course fee, and it should be matured in your account for at least 4 months or 120 days. Your proof of income, like your certificate of employment, your payslip, business registration, ITR. Your proof of remittances if someone's supporting you from abroad. And lastly, your proof of ownership, properties named after you like your house, lot, or car registration. And for your sponsor's bank documents, it's almost the same, but you will need your signed affidavit of support, any proof of identification, their birth or marriage certificate, and lastly, any proof for amounts and properties given by or donated by sponsors or your parents to you. So the next one is your medical. So I did the upfront medical exam at their affiliated clinics in Metro Manila, which are the IOM or the St. Luke's. So you have to call them to set an appointment and they will send your result to the embassy. So finally, we are done with the documents. Now let's go to the third question. How much did it cost me? For the estimated cost, upon signing the contract with the agency, I paid 25,000 pesos. So this was a promo before with free IELTS review and exam. After receiving the offer letter from the school, I paid $2,300 deposit fee, which is equivalent to 96,000 pesos. So this one depends on the exchange rates and mine was ranging from $40 to $42 at that time. Next is your student visa fee, which is 10,000 pesos, and the upfront medical exam for 10,000 pesos. And before I start the class, I have to pay for the remaining tuition fee for the first semester, which is $6,200, so I can register for my classes. And of course, my allowance, because I need to declare this at the immigration, is $2,000, with a total of 469,000 pesos spending before I leave the Philippines, plus plane ticket and the remaining of your tuition fee. All in all, my first program cost 16,230 and the second one is 16,170. Last is how long did it took me? So for my journey in this processing, I graduated on July 2018. September 18, 2018, I completed all the documents needed, then took the IELTS exam on September 28 and 29 and got the results after 2 weeks on October 12, 2018. So after this, I went to the agency and found out that my course was closed and that I have to wait for another intake, which is September 2019. So I started looking for a job on October 26, 2018 and started working on November 5, 2018. After a while, I finally got my offer letter on February 11, 2019. And February 25, I paid the deposit fee and got the acceptance letter on March 7, 2019. I did my medical exam on March 15 and got an appointment at the VFS Global on March 29 to get my fingerprints and passed all my visa documents. And finally, on May 9, 2019, I got my study permit approved, and on June 22, I fly to Canada. And that's it. I hope that this information will help you with your processing, and good luck with your and good luck reaching your dreams. If you have any questions, you can just comment down below and I'll try to answer it. Bye!